Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to show you a fun new tip, as the kids say today, a makeup hack that I use, that I've been promising you that I was going to shoot. I'm going to shoot that for you today. I'm so excited to show you this makeup hack for dark circles and bags. So I have both. They are hereditary. And there's really not much that can be done about them without, except for better lighting. That's easy. Makeup, and then, surgery or surgical interventions such as injectables. And, I'm not ready for all that yet. So I'm using makeup hacks. So today's tip will cover skin over 50, women over 50 skin, or men, anyone who has skin that's over 50. I am 54 years old, and I don't suffer too badly with dry skin, but the skin around the eye is extremely thin, and it can show age really easily if you're not careful. So this makeup hack for covering dark circles is going to be using this amazing product by Undereye. Sorry, that's one of my dogs who is not happy that he's in the crate and away from us. So we're gonna leave him in there for a second and see if he's gonna be quiet. You can't let the kids or the dogs tell you when to let them out of the crate or when to give them their snacks. You gotta set that tone. Okay, I digress. So this is the It Cosmetics by Undereye. I will put a link for this down below. It is an amazing under eye cream, which I don't actually use under eye cream at night. Just because the skin under the eye is a little bit thinner doesn't mean you can't use your regular face moisturizer, and that's what I do. I know tons of people are gonna complain or say that you must, but I don't think the skin under my eyes is too terribly bad. So I use this for under eye preparation and not necessarily for nighttime treatment. So that is the first product. Then we will go to the other product, which one of my dogs unfortunately chewed, which is a Clé de Peau. I'll do a better job of this in a second. The Clé de Peau Beauté in the color Ivory. And again, I'll put a link for this down below. Sorry about the little dog teeth marks, but it's a dog house. So one of my dogs just got a hold of this and just walked around with it and put some teeth marks in it. And then I will show you the results. Basically right now I have nothing, not even sunscreen. So I have a little bit of sun damage here around the side of my face, here and here. I have rosacea here, and I have these circles as well. Now you can see when I get in some bad lighting, they really get bad. And when I hold my head up, which I should be doing, the circles just almost disappear. So the other hack, trick, whatever you want to call it, for under eye circles, dark circles and bags is how you position your face and how you hold your head. So we're going to cover that today. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get to it. Okay, so I have found some better lighting, and I am going to turn the TV down a little bit. I have the dogs on their place command. Finn has come back to us, so we haven't found the right placement for him yet. A reminder that Finn is our foster dog, and he's been with us now for just about 60 days. So he's coming along very well. He was a very traumatized dog when he first came to us, very frightened and insecure dog, and now he is on his way to being more secure and trusting and not as frightened. So he's coming along, but we didn't find quite the right home for him yet. We have, cross your fingers, possibly a forever adopter for Finn, hopefully coming up this weekend. So they are here and they are on their places. That is the place command that I use with Off Leash Canine. This is the best dog trainer in the book, in my opinion. And I will put a link for them down below. The off-leash canine training method, along with the e-collar from them, is how I established this place command for both of them. So, okay, so let's get on with the Norman, place. I'll be back one second. Okay, back with you. I will tell you, just digressing for a minute, because this is my vlog, which is a video diary or video log, like a ship's log. I'll tell you that these two dogs, when they are by themselves, so when I take Norman to the office, during pandemic, it's once a week. When I take him down to my office, or when I take one for a walk and the other stays here, or when I'm down in my office, my husband takes Finn and they spend the day together by themselves, just the two of them. And Norman and I are just the two of us are together. They are completely different dogs. They are much quieter, much calmer, but my husband likes to remind me, which is totally true, that they are both under a year old, and it doesn't excuse all of their crazy playing for hours on end. I need to control that, but it's much harder when they are super young and super playful and learning their boundaries. And when you are in charge of young dogs learning their boundaries, you can't let stuff slide. So I'm constantly kind of watching them and on them to make sure that they understand where their boundaries are, just as if they were in any other healthy pack. So it's exhausting, is my point with all that. It's exhausting. And even when I talk like that, that's exciting to them. No, Norman, come. Place. Right here. Place. Good boy. So I don't know how y'all with children in the home during pandemic, I don't know how y'all do that. I really don't. Oh gosh, look at that. Oh, sorry. Ugh. Need to work on my upper arms. Kind of let them slide the last month with these dogs. Just don't have as much time to do all the arm workouts. It's all I can do to just get the cardio in and then get back to work or work with the dogs. Anyway, I don't know how y'all do it with actual children. I really don't. My hat is so off. Just off to all of you who are working from home, schooling from home, raising babies, little babies. Maybe you're still nursing your babies, or God help you if you have twins. I'm a twin, and I don't know how my mother did it. She was a full-time mom, stay at home. Her career was, her major in college was a home ec major, which was a science-based focus. And she took that science-based focus into the home and was a full-time, they say stay-at-home mom today. She didn't just stay at home. She was a scientist at home. She painted homes. They bought fixer-uppers back in the 60s before fixer-upper was on the air, way before these fixer-up folks were even born. She would buy these fixer-upper homes, and she would stay home with two babies, with twins. And she would paint and she would plan. If there was something that she needed a contractor to do that she couldn't do herself, she would bring a contractor in. I still remember seeing contractors all around these fixer-uppers growing up. And she planned meals, and she shopped, and she sewed. She sewed my prom dress, which was way past the baby stage, right? But she did all of that and had children constantly around her. And I don't know how I could do it. I don't know how I could do it today. So like even now, Norman's telling me he needs to go out. So This is like, thank God for the editing software, right? Thank God for that. Okay, I'm back, but it's about 45 minutes later because when I take one of these giant puppies out, the other one is so devastated by it. And I know, don't come after me because I don't know the pack psychology. I know the pack psychology. I know it's not natural for dogs to be separated, blah, blah, blah. But it just takes so much effort for me to ignore that. Stop it. He's out of the crate. This is Norman now over here. Out of the crate, but he doesn't want to be this far away. He's 6 feet away over here. He wants to be right on top of everybody because he is a puppy. And it just takes so much effort to stop that. But when I went to let one out, Finn, who can't be more than 2 inches from me, Finn squeezed out the door, ran up the road, chasing a car, kind of like the typical or the stereotypical cartoon of a dog chasing a car. Usually he comes right back because he can't be but this far away from me. And he wouldn't come back. And so I had to get the car, drive down the road, call him to me, and of course he comes right away when he sees me, and he doesn't have that, that sort of fast moving thing that he wants to chase, that car that he wants to chase. He doesn't have that. Place, your place is right here, place. The place is right there, and he just goes as far as he can away from it towards me. They both want to be under my feet. Y'all, it takes so much effort. There are so many homeless dogs in the world. I never, ever would ever say, give up a dog because they're inconvenient or they're driving you insane, or they won't behave, because a lot of that's up to me and disciplining them, not punishing them, but giving them rules, boundaries, limitations. But I actually have work to do, regular work to do here in my office at home during pandemic. I have this video that I want to shoot, and a lot of my 9-to-5 job work is actually audio, video, shooting, the technology of capturing and shooting videos, the technology of audio, how we teach with that. So what I'm doing for YouTube actually can apply to my full-time job. And then on top of that, I have a house to run, I have a husband to take care of, I have meals to prepare, and I don't have time to be a board and train facility for this one dog in particular, I won't say who cannot seem to fall in line. And again, a lot of that is up to me and my inability to get the training through. Okay, so I am babbling long enough. They are both quiet, so I'm going to go on to tell you about my secret, my life hack. I'm going to turn this television off because it is messing up my shot. And that is some of the fun technology behind shooting these videos, is finding like the best angle and the best shot. Okay, so nothing on my face. Again, I'll put a banner. Under eye circles, a makeup hack. Just to remind you that we're not talking about dogs now. We're talking about makeup hacks and for skin over 50. Again, I am using this Bye Bye Under Eye product. It is so great. It is a little bit blue, as you can see. Depending on the light, the shot can be, it's kind of like a super light ice blue. So I'm just gonna go into it like that. And I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go here, here, here. Just go where your instinct tells you. I can tell you like where to get started, or I can advise you where to get started, but you have a mirror and you see as I smile there, you see areas where you need to put some moisturizer. Now, again, I'm using this product as a preparation for makeup. So I'm not using it for treating wrinkles necessarily. That's kind of what it's for, but it's also a great makeup base and makeup preparation. Now I'm gonna go back in there again because the area that I want to prepare is right here where you see, right there, you see that very dark section. Okay. Now, my dad is a physician, a medical doctor, not a PhD, but a medical doctor. He's been practicing for probably 60 years. And he tells me it's very difficult to manage these eye bags because of the hereditary component and also because the skin under your eye is the thinnest on your whole body. So any fluid or any blood or lymph or any liquid, any fluid that goes underneath the eye here, and there's also gravity, and there is an orbital bone that runs around your eye, and so the fluid kind of naturally catches there, and then this soft, thin tissue just shows it so easily because, you know, this area is meant to the eye is meant to travel up and down and all over. And so the skin around the eye is meant to be flexible and thin so that you can use your eyes the way they're designed to be used. So this skin is extremely, extremely difficult to work with. Okay, now because I was talking, I went on a little more than I wanted to go on. The idea with this is that this goes on, and I'm not gonna talk, I'm just gonna do what I normally do. This goes on, and then right after goes on the Clé de Peau Beauté Concealer, Broad Spectrum SPF 25 sunscreen. Whoop. Sorry that you can't see this as clearly. This is just my iPhone, it's not a fancy camera, so I'll put the link down below to the Clé de Peau Concealer. This is a very sort of stiff concealer, so I only use a tiny bit. So I get them sort of up and prepped, and there we go. And while this lotion, and I'm gonna bring it down a little bit because I had some on there already. While it is still slightly damp, or it hasn't dried down, the moisturizer, I just kind of stick my finger in there and then go right onto the darkest patch. I'm gonna close this up so it doesn't dry. And then get my mirror out. This is my close mirror so I can see. I swear, Norman just never stops. One of the great things about Finn is that he eventually does stop and he does want to sleep. But Norman is just, you know, he's a puppy on top of the fact that he is also just by who he is a naturally, has a natural high energy. So I did a retinol treatment last night. So I have some flaking. I'm sorry about that. I actually did it on purpose last night because I don't have any scheduled Zoom calls today. That doesn't mean that some won't pop up, but so far I haven't had any scheduled. So I went ahead last night and did a retinol treatment so that because I don't have any meetings that I know of today, I can have that little bit of peeling today and we'll be okay. Okay, so there we are, and you can see I still definitely have some circles showing. I'm gonna go back and do just a little bit more right there and there. And then I'm also gonna bring out my, my IT Cosmetics Perfect Lighting. I really love this. It's got this brush and it's just got a clicker style to deliver the product. I'm gonna pat that in just a little more. And I don't get too far out to this side of the eye right here, because this, where you smile, you see you have this sort of natural smooth area here. Take advantage of that and keep your makeup right in this area and bring the light product to an area that throws the light naturally over that circle, dark circle. Sorry about the phone ringing. Okay, I'm just gonna take some of that redness down just a little bit. Okay, now immediately I'm going to powder using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder, this Hourglass Ambient Lighting. This is the product that you can see in all my videos I use. And I go in and just go in quite a bit, load the brush, as they say, and then get my close-up mirror and go right in and dab, just to take away some of the shiny spots that can show up and make the puffiness of your eye a little bit more profound. So you notice I didn't like cover my face with powder, but what I did was just pat and pat to set that. Didn't set it over here, didn't put a lot of powder over here, but just over the spot where I put the makeup. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go get Norman because he's off his place and I'll be so now I'm gonna go in and do my brows. I'm gonna put that on fast forward so you can see how I do that. But the product that I use is, I still have this thing backwards. It's like you have to cover your eyes, but so the camera doesn't focus on your eyes, but then I can't see it. So IT Cosmetics Brow Powerful is my very favorite in Universal Taupe. It only comes in Universal Taupe because how hard you press is how hard your product goes on. Okay, super quick. I'm gonna go over to time lapse and do my brows and come back and we'll go to the next thing. Okay, so I've got my brows done. Sorry, again, that took me a little bit longer than it should have because I had to keep getting up to get Norman to stay on his place. A lot of work with dogs is just that consistency that, like, if I say something, the follow through. So if you say, lay down, but they don't lay down, they stand there or they sit there or they do something other than what you've asked them to do, you can't just walk away. You have to have, make sure that they perform the command and that you follow through with, praise and then walk away. So everything with young dogs, puppies, young dogs, who, especially boy dogs, I think, who kind of think they know what they want to do. And at this age, Norman, we think, is 6-8 months old, and Finn, we think, is 11-12 months old. They really are that sort of awful teenager where they just think they know what they want to do and they are not going to do what you say unless you really have the right position in the pack. Oh, I just made my nose all red. Oh, itchy. So I'll take what's left of this. It Cosmetics Perfect Lighting. And just dot that around. And I'm also gonna bring in, this is another great hack. Keep your moisturizer, I keep my moisturizer, my Bye Bye Under Eye moisturizer, little tiny container in my makeup bag. And again, I really like to prep my skin with moisturizer. I know if you're watching and you're under 30, you're screaming at the television screen or at the display screen saying, oh my God, you're putting moisturizer underneath your makeup, it's gonna slide around. But again, I'm 54 years old, and so it's not gonna slide around. In fact, it looks better if there is a little bit of moisture underneath it. So just sunscreen, just brows. I'll put all the product links below, and then we're gonna do this great product. This is the Guerlain Eye Liner product. It is, this is the product review for this. I am going to take that out, so I'm focusing on you. This product I reviewed for maybe a week. I really didn't need much more than a couple of days to tell you that I love this product. I love it, love it, love it. My review is 500 stars. The downside to this product, I'm trying to like cover all the possible issues that people might have with products when I do these product reviews. The one downside might be the cost. It's a little bit pricey. I want to say this was $35 and like $40 with shipping, but I'll check that and put it in the description box below. This product, I think, is one of those things where you get what you pay for. When you buy something that's $2.99, and I have plenty of stuff that's $2.99, you know, I don't spend a lot of money on mascara. I don't spend a lot of money on primers. I don't spend a lot of money on highlighters. So I really, I try to be very careful about where I do put money, not just with makeup, but with everything. And things that are like trends, I don't spend a lot of money on trends. So I consider an eyeliner to be as primary as foundation and powder and mascara and brow pencils. This is a superior product. It is beautiful. I mean, let's just talk about the beauty of this. This frosted glass container. It's glass, it's not plastic. That's another huge thing for me. I don't ever bring in anything plastic in my house unless I can avoid it. I try really hard to bring in only glass, and containers like this that are glass, just beautiful. So the handle of the eyeliner top is stunning and long, so you can really get your hand around it. Sorry about my nails. Nail salons are out for me during a pandemic. It's my choice. I don't do any of that stuff during a pandemic. I just don't. So at any rate, I digress. I'm sorry for y'all who don't like digressors. I'm doing it right now. But if I think about it, it goes through my brain and it comes out my mouth. So again, this product is a superior design, but it also is a design, so form follows function. So the form of the bottle is necessary so that you can have the function of the brush. So I am going in and I'm gonna brush off a little of the excess that I got on there. And this formula is so glossy, and it is that magic balance between a kind of a plasticky liner formula and a kind of powdery or dry or doesn't flow very well kind of a formula for eyeliner. It's a magic balance. I don't know how they got it right, but they did. So this formula, this brush is tiny, tiny, tiny. It is so well built that it just kind of applies itself. So I'm just gonna put a tiny, tiny, tiny bit on. Start in the middle of my eye and go out. I look down in the mirror so that I don't get a lot of eyeliner onto my lashes. And I just go straight out. And because of this brush, I can just go straight in and I can control the product very easily. So I'm gonna go down, dip some more. Again, this, because the bottle sits on the desktop here, I don't have to hold a tube of eyeliner in my other hand. They thought of everything on this eyeliner product. So just straight out, and then ever so lightly okay, and I did get some eyeliner on my lashes, so I'm just going to brush that away. And you can see. Now, I want it to be a little bit, I'm going to go back in. I want it to be a little bit of a firmer line. So in other words, I don't want it to sort of do this kind of thing. I want it to be sort of straight out. In the mirror, it kind of looks like a lot of eyeliner, like I'm some kind of James Bond character. But when I look in this big mirror, it looks quite nice, I think. And it's funny because when I'm looking in this mirror, this looks like the line is going straight out, but when I come back up and look, it's following the line of the lid, which, you know, I don't mind too much. Just do what you like. You know, that's something I've learned as I've gotten older. If you like it and it's pleasing to you, then people are going to feel that and it's going to be pleasing to them. So do what you like. Make sure it's tidy. Make sure it's hygienic. And then just walk on with your life. So this formula does take a minute to dry, which is why I curled my lashes first and then set them with a clear Anastasia brow, the same product that I used on my brows. I curl my eyelashes and then set them with this so they'll hold a little bit better. That's another hack. They'll hold a little bit better when I go to put on my my L'Oreal mascara. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do the other eye. I'm gonna put you into fast forward so we can catch up on the other side. Okay, so I was a little frustrated there, and I kind of still am, but again, if you just practice positivity and you practice denying the frustration, so you feel the frustration and then you remember how blessed you are, and you remember that in another minute from now, it's gonna get better. Maybe 5 minutes from now, it's gonna get better. And certainly when you look back on today, tomorrow, I think most people will say that it got better. So I try to compress that down into seconds. And it's a practice. It's a practice to remind yourself, yes, you're frustrated. And why isn't this child behaving? Or why is my spouse making me so frustrated? And then looking back at yourself and finding out, where are you in that formula? Where is it your responsibility to let go of some of that stuff? Someone told me once, and it really stuck with me, fighting or disagreeing or, quarreling whether it's between two people or a person and a dog, it takes two to pull on that rope. It takes two to have that disagreement, whether it's this way or this way. So it takes two. All you have to do when that person is really pulling on your rope and pulling on that last thread nerve is to drop your end of the rope. Just drop it. Some people would say ignoring that, whatever word you want to use, just drop your end of the rope. So I love that. I try to keep that in mind when working with dogs. Just drop your end of the rope as long as you're doing it in a way that's responsible when you're working with dogs. I'm not a professional trainer. I just love dogs and have had dogs for 30 years and have learned a little bit from great trainers along the way. So today's product review, I don't even know where this is going to go again in the structure because I've had to cut it up so much. I don't know where it's going to go. I think it will go, I don't know where it's going here right now. Okay, so the product review for Guerlain Eye Liner. The ups is that this form follows function. The design of the bottle form has followed its function, which is to be an eyeliner. So the ink pot and the quill is designed to let you hold the quill and let you hold the pot or put the pot of ink down on the table. And the brush is just so fine. And so I have to keep my eyes away from the lens, but so they don't focus on my eyes, but then I can't see. So the form of the brush is so fine and so delicate and so well constructed that you can just get right in there and you can see that the formula is so, I mean, it's just so amazing. I just saw a spot that I want to fix. It is, you can get right in there from this direction. And you can fix those little spots that you want to fix. Just such an amazing product. Again, the form of the bottle. People say that, oh, just throw the product in the bottle. It doesn't matter what the bottle looks like. It does matter. This is beautiful to look at, yes, but the form of the bottle is important for the application of the product. That's a form follows function rule. Okay. That is an up, a plus. The brush that I talked about is a plus. The glass bottle is a plus. Not only is it beautiful frosted glass, but it is environmentally friendly. I try really hard, as I probably said earlier in the vlog, the edits will find it. I try desperately hard not to buy anything that is plastic. You can't sometimes get away from it, but this Josie Maran is glass. The better quality items are glass. You sometimes can't get away from plastic. The It Cosmetics glass. So you sometimes can't get away from these products being plastic, but at any rate, so it's glass. This formula, as you can see, is just so perfectly balanced between being glossy and shiny, but not too glossy and shiny. And it doesn't look like you stuck a piece of plastic onto your line, your eye line, and it doesn't shine back at you like a piece of vinyl. Some formulas can be almost like a vinyl application where you peel it off at the end of the night. I have definitely used formulas like that, believe me. And then some are so dry, it's almost like the formula is powder and they mixed water with it and shook the bottle. This is not that. This is a great balance between a kind of a vinyl-y dry down and a powdery dry down. It's just beautiful. It's easy to move around the lid. It's easy to, as you saw me just apply some more, it dries down fairly quickly. That's the one downside with this, the price and the dry down time. The dry down time on this is a little bit more than I expected, and I ended up having the product transfer around on my lid because I didn't let it dry quick enough or long enough. So be aware of that. It does take a little bit longer to dry than most eyeliners, but that's not a deal breaker for me. I don't mind that. I just let it dry a little bit longer, and if I'm in a hurry, I set up my application in such a way that it doesn't eat into my time. So the downsides, the price is a little bit high on Amazon.com. It is $42.70, and with shipping, it is gracious. Norman went from his crate over here to over here without even letting me know that he was over there. Puppies are sneaky, and that's part of why they drive you crazy. So place. So the upsides we talked about, the downsides we talked about. This product is something I would not hesitate. If you need to save up for this, because it is $42.70 on Amazon.com, this you might need to save for. I did wait for a long time on this because of the price. I thought, well, gosh, I could get a great quality dupe for half that at least, probably, 75% more than or less than this. But don't wait unless you have to save for it. This product is you get what you pay for, and this product is you get what you pay for. It's amazing. Go get it now. And then the other topic that we talked about today was the Bye Bye Under Eye.